amigos, bienvenido de nuevo a mi canal de YouTube. Es su belleza negra favorita y bilingüe Psych NP de nuevo con tu toque Spanglish. Lo entiendes? Soy Modipiola Kinjolire. Si eres nuevo aquí, bienvenido. Vamos a hablar de un tema sensible hoy, la depresión. Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite Black Beauty bilingual Psych NP again with a Spanglish twist. You get it? Beginner Spanish plus English. I talk about mental health, illness, its misconceptions, and offer solutions. If you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. We are going to talk about a sensitive topic today, depression. Depression is when someone feels deeply sad, empty, or hopeless for a long time. It also affects the day-to-day activity. Depression is more than just feeling down or having a bad day. It's like a mental health condition that makes people lose interest in what they like or enjoy before feeling tired, having trouble sleeping, or eating, or changes in weight. It can be weight gain or weight loss, having that thought to saying that life is not worth living, being hopeless, having guilt. So it's when it's so worse, it gets to having thoughts to hurt oneself or to say, you are done with life. It affects how someone feels, thinks, or acts, and someone with depression might smile on the outside, inward feels empty. That's why we say that depression is not a weakness. It's been overlooked because of stigma, because of cultural misawareness or miseducation or cultural expectation. You are thinking too much, or you are being ungrateful, just throw it away. Cultural expectation in like children, you are expected to obey first and then complain. Adults are expected to endure, even if you are dying in silence, you have to endure. Elders are expected to be wise. You just have to be wise. It's just, I don't know who put that pressure or cultural pressure in there for that cut across all our generations. There's little or no room for emotional vulnerability, which is not fair. Causes of depression can be stress overload, big life changes, marriage, childbirth, separation, divorce, traumatic events, domestic violence, abuse, verbal, emotional, sexual violence can wear someone down emotionally. Childbirth depression, we call it postpartum depression, maybe shortly after childbirth, and is often underrated, underemphasized. But I tell you, it's real. It's real when you have limited support. Even when you have that support, you will just feel that you are isolated, or you are not getting the appropriate help that you needed at that point. A newborn mother or a new mother needs sleep. It's just a whole lot. I remember when I had my second baby at the heat of COVID, there's no movements across countries. It was hard. It was really hard. I felt depressed. Now I know that this is maybe that was what has happened to me. I just felt tired of everything. What is this? Why am I in this mess in the first place? So it's that hard. It's that hard. This baby, I will have fed her. She will still be crying. I was just like, I've done everything I need to. Like if they say in our dialect that the cry does not kill a child. Only igbe will kill palma. So when you cry, you will be. I fed this baby. This baby refused to. I say, even me, I need somebody to even feed me. It's not the baby that I need help. Yeah, even me, I need help. What am I going to do? But honestly, my husband was present. Actually, the poor man gave the little help he can give. I appreciate it, but that was not the kind of help I needed. But the little time he has, he was really helpful. By the time I compare the support I had with my oldest daughter and my middle daughter, I felt I had a lot of support in my oldest, because then it was still in Nigeria. A lot community, in fact, love choke me. I was just like sleeping and be waking up. My mama would just say, I was just sleeping and eating. In fact, she even overfed me. So I didn't see that. In fact, I was crying when in the airport. How am I going to survive with a 2-month-old baby in a strange land? I was, in fact, at the point I didn't know I verbalized that. Are you really taking? Did you bring me to America to come and suffer? See, this is suffering. How am I gonna do? Like, no, in a state where there was no family member. It's far. It's just. So that kind of stress can run somebody crazy. So stress overload, loneliness and isolation, my dear, it is real. Feeling disconnected from family, lack of support, and in this kind of the world, everybody's just busy. You don't there are bills to play, so you just have to walk around the clock to be able to sort out yourself. So you don't see people idle. I want to go and go with somebody. You now spend like 5 or 6 hours to be gisting. Where is the time? Everybody, where is the time? Where is the time? I felt like, hey, cultural shock. Is this the way people do in this place? Of course, it's not like I'm idle back home too. I even got 2 jobs, a teaching hospital, government hospital, and a very renowned private hospital. I'm also very workaholic too. I create time for family. That one, family functions. I'm very, very sociable. I check up on people because that is what I can give. And also, it's just a whole lot. Yeah, it was different. So it was really a family history of depression. So can cause somebody to have depression, causing negative thinking. When someone has negative thinking pattern over the time, especially when you talk down a child every time you self-criticize, negative prophecy on a child. When we are hungry, let's do better on not saying bad things upon that child, so that child will not be withdrawn. The child will be able to express himself or herself. Also, health issues, chronic illnesses, hormonal changes, poor sleep can affect one's mood. Even menstrual cycle also can be irritable, can be mood swings. So yeah, loss or grief, it's a lot. Losing someone or something very important or dear to you it triggers deep sadness. I tell you, they say time will heal. It doesn't go away completely. It doesn't go away completely. With the right support, peer support, with lifestyle modification, maybe medications, it's gonna help. This year alone has taken a lot. I lost my dearest father. It's still like a shock to me. Just this a week ago, I lost my maternal grandfather too. It's a whole lot. When it's close home, it feels different. Grief is not something I pray for anybody to go through. But they say death is inevitable. I had a lot of plans for my dad, coming from my background. We were not rich. I would say we are not rich. I would say we are poor. Even now, say I can't say that I am so rich, because I don't have that much like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't look like what I've been through before. I'm better off than where I was. So like I said, when we were poor, this man did not die. Why now? A lot of unanswered questions, guys. I was angry, I was bitter, I was depressed, I was irritable, I was bargaining with God. Okay, you see that stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. It was real. I was in denial. No, it cannot be my father. Not like I'm praying for death for any other person. No, this man, we had plans. We have not celebrated his 70th birthday. We have not celebrated his 40th wedding anniversary. It cannot be. I was not bargaining, calling parents, please pray for my dad. I believe in miracles. Jesus raised him. Lazarus was in the tomb also for 3 days. So I believe if Jesus can raise Lazarus, my own father too, they say there's nothing Jesus cannot do. What God cannot do does not exist. I was really hopeful that there will be a miracle. I had to come in terms with it. I was depressed before I came to terms with it that truly he's gone. I'm still grieving, but it's getting better on some months ago, and that's why this channel was born out of my grief. I want to reach out to other people that are deeply pained, guys. Also, chemical imbalance. The brain activates the mood, our mood. There's this chemical or neurotransmitter, we call it serotonin. Once its imbalance is low, that's why you have low mood, depression. That's why when they want to give someone a medication, they want to give someone antidepressants. That is, anti is working against depression. You want to raise it up, raise the person's mood up. At the same time, you don't want to raise it up too high so the person will not be manic at the same time. So you want to put it on the baseline. So substance abuse, also alcohol or drugs, can mess with someone's emotion, making depression worse. Structural influences, also economic stressors, poverty, unemployment, displacement, trauma can exacerbate depression. What is changing now? Younger generations are beginning to speak up through social media, advocacy. They ask questions and challenge authorities. Faith leaders, care workers are being trained increasingly to encourage and recognize mental illness. Community-based approaches is being in place to be able to reframe depression as a medical condition and not just a moral or spiritual failure. An implication for advocacy, I continue to advocate that understanding these cultural dynamics is very essential to be able to tailor effective interventions. Culturally informed care, culturally appropriate education is needed to be able to treat depression. Community-based approaches also involving elders, faith leaders, peer support to be able to reduce stigma and improve access. Overemphasize the importance of peer support, faith leaders, and elders. By them understanding these community-based approaches, they will be able to help reduce the stigma. They will be able to help improve the education, reoriented and re-educated, and care is being delivered, and people can really access care. Have you lost someone? Have you lost something? Help is coming your way. You are not alone. Help is also available through support, through therapy, through medications, lifestyle changes. So you are not alone, guys. I hope you learned one or two things. Let me know what your feedback is concerning this video in the comment section. Estás solo, aprecio tu tiempo. Gracias por ver. Gracias a Dios. Gracias a Dios por ahora. Thank you. Bye for now.